Hi guys, it's Harry here, so I'm back in another video, and obviously you're used to me sitting in front of a camera, I'm recording a video with my tripod, but today we're doing something different. Today I'm doing my top 10 pitches for Wrestlemania and sort of ideas about that, but today we're going to be doing that in a sort of a different sense. You won't be able to see my face, but I'm just going to be voicing over some pictures, potentially over some videos, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this different format, and anyway, let's get straight into the video. Number 10, Bray Wyatt's return. Bray Wyatt is one of the most talented wrestlers on the WWE roster. However, since last WrestleMania, he hasn't really gone anywhere. Now, last year he was in the WWE Championship match versus Randy Orton over like a year-long feud that everyone was totally into. I'm really looking forward to their match. However, at the show, projections and other stuff just completely ruined the match for everyone watching and led him to losing momentum completely, especially since he lost the match. Afterwards, he tried to regain it in feuds with Finn Balor and trying to go for other titles, however hasn't really done anything. So I think at this year's WrestleMania, he should enter into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and I think he should win this. Now, it hasn't really meant much in the past, but if he can treat this as a big deal, then perhaps after Mania, he can go to SmackDown and feud with the likes of Rusev for the United States Championship. And perhaps if he gets good in these feuds and he actually progresses into the future, then he can become a good and strong United States champion on SmackDown and carry the belt to a prestigious position. A new GM announced. Now, one of the reasons that this year's WrestleMania is extremely hyped is the return of Daniel Bryan. Now, Daniel Bryan has been absent from WWE for 2 years, well, in regular days, because of course he has been in the SmackDown Live general manager position since the brand split alongside Commissioner Shane McMahon. Now, since he seems to be coming back to in-ring competition, it's likely that he's going to want to be fighting for the main titles again, and not just sat as a general manager having one-off matches like Shane, which means we're going to be needing a new general manager. Now, there's been a lot of rumours about who that could be, and when you're thinking about long-time solutions for this, I don't believe that this person is one, but I think for a short-term one, potentially just for 6 months building up to SummerSlam, someone who could take his place, I look to last year's WrestleMania. Now, of course, this year he is facing Daniel Bryan, of course, is facing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And who did Kevin Owens face last year? That's right, Chris Jericho. Now, Chris Jericho has a chemistry with every single wrestler in the world, which means that if he can be put in a general manager position, he can build storylines up to SummerSlam, and he hasn't held this position before, so it'll be a really new and unique position for him, and it will make the show of shows the biggest one yet. Number 8, no concerts. Okay, so don't get me wrong here, I get taking a break from the in-ring action for something for the crowd who's got to sit there for 7 hours, but for God's sake, do we need to hear Lunch Money Lewis, Pitbull and Flo Rida sit there doing their little jam for 10 minutes when Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles can easily take that time and extend it? No. If you want to take a break this year, we need Elias to sit in a ring, play his guitar, and either get Jeff Jarrett or someone else. Maybe even let's pull out The Rock. Let's get The Rock out there, let's get Elias out there, let's have a comedy segment, take a break, and some singing, not Flo Rida, because we don't need that, okay? Number 7, the Ronda Rousey heel turn. Since WrestleMania 31, WWE has wanted to bring in Ronda Rousey, but they're doing it completely wrong. Ronda Rousey has been trying to be perceived as a mega face who everyone can love and cheer, but that's not what they need to use her as. Ronda Rousey is a fighting machine. She came over from UFC, and yeah, she's had 2 losses, but that is it. She is a monster, and she should be going around killing people and ripping their arms off just like she did legit in UFC. That's how you make her a megastar. You make her go around, you make her kill people. If she turns up WrestleMania, goes down to the ring, literally kills Stephanie McMahon, puts her for a table, God knows what, storms out, then we'll also get Triple H versus Kurt Angle in a singles match, which will be a much better match and a better spot. So who cares? That's what they need to do. Number 6, a new Paul Heyman guy. Now, another way to make WrestleMania the greatest ever is with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the greatest manager, in my opinion, of all time. And being a Paul Heyman guy or girl is the most important thing. Now, recently it's been occupied with Brock Lesnar for about 3 years now. However, it's about time he gets a new one, as Brock Lesnar seems to be leaving. Now, the prime candidate is Roman Reigns. He needs someone to help him on the mic, and being a heel with Paul Heyman would be absolutely amazing for him. And what I think he should do is, after Mania, build into a feud with John Cena, as he earned his respect, but now that he's joined with Paul Heyman, he's lost it again, and the next Mania we get him versus John again. Or you could go with Ronda Rousey, the first Paul Heyman girl, as she's also just had a heel turn, like I recently just mentioned, so it could go either way, but both would be amazing. A different John Cena match. So right now, John Cena's WrestleMania opponent seems set in stone. It's been seeming like that for a while, and since possibly SummerSlam, it's been looking like he's going to be facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania. However, I think this is not the correct decision at all. The Undertaker last year at WrestleMania faced Roman Reigns, and you could see he was just a shadow of his former self. This is not what we want at WrestleMania. If we want the main event to be John Cena versus someone else, we don't need to see that. And to be honest, we have seen this before. We have seen John Cena versus The Undertaker on episode of Raw. Moz isn't at WrestleMania, and it probably wasn't given enough amount of time that it should have had. At least we've seen it. Now, a match like John Cena versus Samoa Joe, who could take the Undertaker's place, would be a much better solution. Samoa Joe has not faced John Cena before, and everyone would love the match. They've been squaring up, and you can see that the crowd have been popping for it madly. And this match will happen, so why not make it this year's WrestleMania? Instead of having a crappy match versus The Undertaker, have this match. I must rate it. Can we please get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe? Because everyone needs and wants to see that too. Braun's mystery partner. A big point of interest for many is who Braun Strowman's partner is going to be at WrestleMania. Now, he is taking on the bar for the Raw Tag Team titles, with a mystery partner to be announced on the night. Now, this is a great chance to get a big pop from the crowd and have a huge return or debut. Personally, what I think can get this and have a good match would be Batista. Now, Batista has not been seen since 2014 when he came back at Evolution, and a team with Braun Strowman would be amazing. Batista is just an incredible wrestler, and since he's been off for a while filming a lot of movies and doing stuff like that, it means that when he returns he's going to be even more hyped by the crowd, as he's known as Drax. He's held tag team titles before, Rey Mysterio and John Cena, I believe, and I also think that next year, if he goes WrestleMania 35 against Braun Strowman for the Universal title, or just in a grudge match, it would be incredible, and a year-long feud set up would just be incredible and the best way to do it. Number 3, a win for the Balor Club. At WrestleMania 34, Finn Balor needs a win, okay? There's nothing else I can say about it, but he needs it. Now, almost, I think 2 years ago now, Finn Balor lost his Universal title due to injury just one night after he's won it. And since then, he has not been able to regain his momentum. He had an incredible match versus Seth Rollins, and since then he's still been putting on some great matches. But just because of his injury, WWE have been unwilling to push him again. But now's the time. He's in a triple threat match versus Seth Rollins and The Miz, and this match could steal the show. He is going to be incredible, and this is the best chance he will have to regain his momentum. In the Rumble, he had the star performance besides Shinsuke Nakamura, being the Iron Man of the match and doing a lot. So what we need to see at this year's WrestleMania is Finn Balor's arms raised with the IC title in his hand and him being cheered by every single person in the crowd. Number 2, the 5-star match. So this is probably the most important one out of all of these. Give AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura 40 odd minutes and they will give you a 5-star match at this WrestleMania. This feud has been building up for ages, and if people don't know, they've had a match previously at Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan, and it was arguably the best match they've had in their entire careers. This feud, you see the pops they get when they just square up. That is not even fighting. When they back to Money in the Bank, all they did was do a stare down, and the crowd loved it. At Wrestle Kingdom, they fist bumped, and they got the crowd to pop. This match is going to be incredible. So what we got to make sure is that they go on last. That is incredibly important since it's the WWE title and probably going to be the match of the night. And also, just make sure that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar stay away from it, because this match has been hyped as the dream match. Everyone wants to say it's dream match. It's not like the WWE when they just call it that. This is genuinely the dream match. People have been wanting to see this since they've been in WWE. Where Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns has happened before and it's irrelevant. We don't need this. We don't want it. 40 minutes of AJ Styles and Nakamura on last. Number 1, bring in Conor McGregor. Face it, whether you're a fan of Conor McGregor or not, or a fan of UFC or not, Conor McGregor is money right now. He is the biggest star in media, and bringing him into WrestleMania will make them absolute tons of money. And I know what you're thinking, okay, Brock Lesnar squaring up with Conor McGregor is just going to be a one-night thing. But here's what I suggest. Brock Lesnar is from UFC to WWE. If we can do this with Conor McGregor on a 2-match deal, we have Conor McGregor versus Goldberg in WWE and Conor McGregor versus Brock Lesnar in UFC. That is a lot of money. Now, last year, Goldberg at Mania, the biggest star in wrestling. And now if we do this with Conor McGregor, this is money all over. Dana White will be happy, Vince McMahon will be happy, Brock Lesnar will be happy, so will Conor McGregor. And this is what we need. Credit to Paulie G on YouTube for this picture. I just kind of stole it from one of his thumbnails, but oh well, I thought it was a good picture for this video. But everyone knows that this is going to make money, and that's what people want. And that is how you make WrestleMania 34 the biggest ever. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. And quickly, before we go off here, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my friend Elliot at ACB Games. Elliot does daily Fortnite content, so if that's something you're interested in, be sure to check it out. There's a lot of videos, and there's actually a few of me in it, so even if you're not really that interested in Fortnite, if you're interested in me and you want to see some little bits that are funny about that, then make sure to check it out. But I'm sure you are. Everyone's loving Fortnite at the moment, so if you do, be sure to check it out. He's currently growing into 166 subscribers, so bigger than me, so I will catch up. But yeah, be sure to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.